Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers Friday, December 13th, Carly blasts Drew, Willow confronts Michael, Jocelyn's horrible Dex news. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, December 13th, state that Lulu Spencer will catch up with Dante Falconeri and express her plans. It looks like Lulu will decide to pay a visit to Valentine Cassadine and Charlotte Cassadine's old mansion. Lulu will swear she's praying they left something behind that can help her find them, so Dante might offer to chip in with her search. Over with Trina Robinson, she'll find Kai Taylor after the big game and admit she was impressed with what she saw. Trina will also appreciate the work Kai put in on their art project, so these two will continue to bond. It looks like Kai would suggest supper or another means to continuing getting to know each other, so Trina will say it sounds like a nice place to start. Meanwhile, fans will see the aftermath of Tracy Quartermain's blunder at the Quartermain estate. Tracy was playing with Michael Corinthos' phone and mistakenly played the video of Willow Corinthos' connection with Drew Quartermain on the large screen. After all the commotion explodes, Harrison Chase will discuss the subject discreetly with Brooklyn Quartermain. The whole event will leave Chase thinking if maybe Michael and Willow were never meant to be together. Brooklyn may inquire whether Chase ever thinks about if he'd ended up with Willow instead, but he'll very likely say Brooklyn is the only woman for him. That's so, Chase may bring up the idea of secrets again and warn about how detrimental they can be to a relationship. It could make Brooklyn uneasy since she's plainly suppressing the fact that she had a baby she gave up for adoption many years ago. Next, Carly Spencer will release her rage over Drew sizzling with Willow in the playroom. After Carly gets in Drew's face, she'll suggest he finally found someone who would put him first. Drew will confront Nina Reeves' rage as well, but Willow will eventually shift her focus to Michael and presume he's the one who took the video. Michael didn't take it on purpose, but he'll have to admit that he saw the clip on the nanny cam and never said anything to Willow. It'll undoubtedly leave Willow asking why, so would Michael admit he knew confronting her would entail being open about his own cheating? At GH, Elizabeth Baldwin will be puzzled and insist something terribly wrong is going on. Someone's monitors just went crazy in the hospital, and it's easy to make a prediction that Dex Heller is the patient in distress. Cyrus Renault most likely crept in and delivered a digitalis overdose or found some other means to undermine Dex's rehabilitation. Will Dex face a horrible fate much like Sam McCall did? General Hospital spoilers predict Jocelyn will get some life-altering news, so there's a big chance she'll learn updates about Dex not making it. General Hospital spoilers, planned reinventions, attempted reconnaissance, angry retribution. General Hospital spoilers and updates reveal planned reinventions, attempted reconnaissance, and fierce retribution. Christina Corinthos Davis plots a reinvention, Carly Spencer attempts a reconnaissance, and Michael Corinthos plans fiery retaliation. General Hospital spoilers, second chances Sunny Corinthos and Natalia Ramirez share a moment of celebration, during which Sunny provides her some much-needed encouragement. Natalia had already sought to heal her friendship with Christina by lying under oath at Ava Jerome's trial. As he detects her look of regret, Sunny reassures her that there's always an opportunity for second chances, and to make amends. Natalia focuses on her biases, which she believes contributed to the separation between Christina and her daughter, Allison Blaze Rogers. With a heavy heart, she acknowledges the numerous past actions she wishes she could undo, and Sunny's supportive comments give her with a sense of peace. GH spoilers, unwelcome surprises while eating dinner together, Rick Lansing reveals his delight to Ava about her next plans. However, their evening takes an unexpected turn. Could it be that Sunny has given them a little but unwelcome surprise? Earlier, he remarked to Christina that if justice didn't serve Ava for the death of her baby, he would take matters into his own hands. It seems more probable now that he's gearing up to battle for custody of Avery Corinthos Jerome once again. Although a wrongful death action in civil court could work, he would need to win to increase his prospects of winning sole custody of Avery, which might involve some time. General Hospital spoilers, planned reinventions at the same time, Christina is having a talk with her mother, Alexis Davis, at Charlie's pub, now under Christina's possession thanks to Sunny. She conveys to her mother that it's a perfect occasion for a fresh start. But what precisely does she mean by reinvention? Is she referring to redesigning the pub, possibly considering a new brand or some renovations, or is she focused on reinventing herself? Or is she preparing to make Ava suffer for shoving Christina through that window and cause the death of Adela/Irene? Most likely, she'll let her father handle that matter. GH spoilers, miracle or mistake? At the Quartermaine estate, Tracy Quartermaine would accidentally slip up while feeling delighted, proclaiming, "It's a Christmas miracle." However, the blunder and the miracle she speaks of might not be the same thing, as Ned Quartermaine gazes at her with a puzzled expression. It's probable that she has finally learned about Lulu Spencer, whom she raised during Laura Collins' absence, and who is now awake and doing well. Expect tensions to escalate during the Quartermaine Christmas party, but it seems this conversation isn't the cause of the disturbance. General Hospital spoilers, attempted reconnaissance. Carly is on a mission of her own as she prowls through the estate, seeking to find secrets from Olivia Quartermaine. She feels there's more to the narrative involving Michael and Willow Corinthos, but she's not entirely sure what it includes. After failing to pull any details from Jason Morgan, she now turns her focus to Olivia. Olivia is taken off guard. While she's aware of some things, the entire image eludes her. The only thing she's confident about is the kiss that took place on the 4th of July between Willow and Drew Quartermaine. GH spoilers, daughter and mother discussion. Willow finds herself at the Quartermaine gatehouse, where her mother, Nina Reeves, has come to have a heart-to-heart with her. Nina reassures Willow that she would stick by her no matter what choice she chooses. Willow had made up her mind to reveal her regretful affair with Drew to Michael, utterly oblivious to the fact that he is already in the loop. As for if Willow has disclosed all the details with Nina, who has also been enmeshed with Drew, that's a different issue entirely. But as the proverb says, the truth will come to light. General Hospital spoilers, angry retribution. In the meantime, Michael is in the Quartermaine kitchen, talking to Sasha Corbin. The question is, will she tell him she's pregnant with his baby and she's keeping it? Michael looks to be referring about Drew, as he makes his plans for retaliation known. He's a tad upset as he informs Sasha that is going to cost him dearly. Sasha looks scared and upset when she observes his fury, justifiable though it could be. Is General Hospital's Dex Heller, Evan Hofer, exiting GH? Here is what we know so far. General Hospital rumors say that fans were finally given some closure during the Monday, December 9th episode, when the soap revealed that Cyrus Renaud was the person who tampered with Sam McCall's prescription, causing her sad demise on October 31st. Fans had their suspicions that Cyrus was behind it all. Nonetheless, the show verified Sam passed away because of a Digitalis injection into her bag at the hands of the longtime criminal. Could Dex Heller be next? Is he on his way out? Here's what we know. General Hospital spoilers, an online leaked photo. GH spoilers indicate that well before the Tuesday, December 10th episode, fans have been getting the idea that Dex could quit storylines. A photo of him in a hospital bed was posted online and sent GH watchers buzzing on social media. Still, let's dive into the week Dex has had so far. He had an odd run-in with Cyrus during Monday's episode when he talked Renaud being at the hospital on Halloween to see his niece. In an effort to be honest, Cyrus explained he wasn't at GH to visit Lulu Spencer, which was true. Still, as Dex was on duty during Tuesday's episode, in a stunning twist, he was stabbed from behind by someone unknown. Fans can't help but suspect Cyrus was the one behind the knife in the back that took Dex to the hospital, although at this point, there's no proof pointing to this. The good news is that Dr. Lucas Jones claimed Dex should make a full recovery after his brief operation. The bad news? Lucas made the same diagnosis for Sam after her operation, before her Digitalis OD. GH spoilers, some bad news coming Jocelyn Jack's way. It's crucial to note that nothing formal concerning Dex's leave, or Evan Hofer's for that matter, has been announced by the soap or the actor. Still, it's impossible not to assume that Cyrus could slip into Dex's hospital room, like he did with Sam, and inject Digitalis into his bag to trigger his demise. Actually, he may not do the same thing twice, and if Cyrus was behind Lulu's ventilator incident, then he may simply find another way to get rid of the cop. GH teasers for Friday, December 13th reveal that Dex's gal pal, Jocelyn Jacks, will hear life-changing news during this episode, so it's hard for viewers not to think that Heller could be on his way out. He's a kind character, but an expendable one, so if the program wants to build up this Cyrus serial killer scenario, Dex may be a victim to help drive this startling arc along. Do you think Dax will become another victim of Cyrus? Fishing for intel, uncomfortable truths, horrified head nurses. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Friday, December 13th. Hint: someone's fishing for intel, uncomfortable facts revealed, and a startled chief nurse. Next on General Hospital, Lulu Spencer fishes for intel, harsh secrets are revealed to Willow Corinthos, and Elizabeth Baldwin is terrified. General Hospital spoilers: fishing for intel. Lulu has gone to Dante Falconeri fishing for intel to help her identify Charlotte Cassadine. She tells him she thinks that Charlotte and Valentine Cassadine left something behind that can help her find them. Anna Devane and Damien Spinelli already have a lead that Valentine's in Zurich, Switzerland, but Lulu can't wait. Perhaps Lulu wants Dante to get a search warrant of Valentine's residence, or Windmere. Lulu has more than likely not been told about Valentine's house he had acquired for him and Charlotte, thinking Anna would move in, therefore she would demand a search warrant for Windmere. GH spoilers: Trina looks for Kai after the Port Charles University against Landview Bobcats game was so cruelly disrupted online at the Q House. Trina Robinson looks for Kai Taylor. It was a home game, so odds are she looks for him at PCU, and smiles as she tells him anything sounds like a wonderful place to start. Kai had surprise came through for Trina on the important art history class assignment that they were assigned to work on together. Perhaps she's even congratulating him for winning the game, which they didn't get to see live, so maybe she gets results in person. General Hospital spoilers: regretful rationalization back at the Quartermaine house. Brooke Lynn and Harrison Chase engage in some regretful rationalization. Chase had been involved with Willow at the same time Michael Corinthos had been engaged to Sasha Corbin. They claimed to be dating to drive Michael and Willow together for the sake of Wiley Corinthos, whose custody was being battled over at the time. Chase tells Brooke Lynn that maybe Willow and Michael were never meant to be together. Of course, he's happy with Brooke Lynn, so he doesn't mean that he and Willow are. GH spoilers: Drew's in the hot seat. Now Drew Quartermaine's in the hot seat after the nanny cam video was transmitted to the television at the Quartermaine estate. Tracy Quartermaine had picked up Michael's phone instead of Ned Quartermaine's accidentally, and everyone saw Willow and Drew in the children's playground having sex. As Olivia Quartermaine looks upset in the background, Carly Spencer tears at Drew. Obviously she's referring about Nina Reeves when she tells him he finally met someone who would put him first. The finish of her sentence will likely be, "and you screwed it up." Considering that Willow is her son's wife, Carly won't be happy about Drew being a part of breaking up their marriage either, even though it was plain Willow started it. General Hospital spoilers: uncomfortable truths still at the Quartermaine house. Willow is in tears as she realizes some uncomfortable truths. She cries as she asks to Michael, "You are the one who took that video, aren't you?" Michael looks just as uncomfortable, because he had intended to confess everything to her after the holidays, and she had previously said the same thing to Nina. However, now everyone who was in the Quartermaine living room when Tracy streamed the video knows everything that transpired. A nasty breakup is sure to happen that will have far-reaching implications. It's dubious that this marriage can be saved. GH spoilers: startled head nurses after alarms sounded at the General Hospital nurses station where Elizabeth was on duty. She's startled and thinks something extremely wrong is going on here. Felicia Scorpio had just asked if Dex Heller had been cleared for guests, and she'd dropped in to see him. Also, teasers tease Jocelyn Jacks will get life-changing news and show up at GH. Has the Digitalis murderer struck again, and can Dex survive, or will he be the second victim of Cyrus Renault? Will he, too, die of a heart attack like Sam McCall did? What happened to Martin on General Hospital? Some soap fans feared that Tad the Cad was headed to Port Charles, but when Michael E. Knight showed up on General Hospital in September 2019, it turned out that he was portraying a whole new character, attorney Martin Gray. The actor is best known to soap fans as All My Children's Tad Martin, and also enjoyed a run as Dr. Simon Neville on The Young and the Restless. He continued to perform the recurrent role on GH until February 2024, yet in September, he was back in action. Martin was first introduced when the lawyer met with his client, Nellie Benson, at Pentonville where she was jailed. They discussed her case and he admitted it didn't look good for her. She argued that she had changed her ways and felt sorrow for the atrocities she'd committed, and Martin agreed to represent her at her parole hearing. Then, Martin found himself recruited by Kim Nero to represent Franco Baldwin in court to claim that he was truly Drew since he was implanted with his memories. the attorney was interested and took the case, successfully arguing that Drew's identity shouldn't be established by his physical appearance. After Nellie was finally released on parole, Martin continued to work with her as she schemed her way into the Quartermaine family, but he was really working more closely with Valentine Cassadine, helping him locate the codicil to keep his hold on the Cassadine fortune. When everything was concluded, Martin kept working for Nellie, helping her plead her custody case to take Wiley away from Michael Corinthos. When Lulu went into a coma following an explosion, Martin suggested Valentine take use of the chance to acquire custody of their daughter, and a disgusted Valentine fired him. It was then revealed that the lawyer shares a relationship to Port Charles' bad man Cyrus Renault. They are brothers. Although Martin swore he never wanted anything to do with his siblings' illegal empire. Things got even more surprising when Laura Collins realized that Martin and Cyrus were her half-brothers, that Cyrus was responsible for the death of their father, Gordon Gray. Martin concerned when Carly Corinthos had his mother, Florence Gray, abducted to use as leverage against Cyrus, and he worked together with Jackie Templeton to find out where she was being kept. Ultimately, he was permitted to see his mother and agreed to keep her away from Cyrus. Martin was touched when Laura sought to get to know him better and threw him a small birthday celebration, but their friendship soured when Cyrus revealed that the attorney had helped Julian depart town after he triggered the blast at the Floating Rib. Martin was relieved when Carly reconnected him and his mother, and he also helped Molly Davis knock down a racist judge. Unfortunately, even though Cyrus was finally brought to court, he continued to threaten his family from behind bars, prompting Martin and Laura to go into hiding for their own security. After months in a safe home, Martin and Laura had plenty of time to bond, but then an assassin attacked. Laura protected her brother, and once the assassin was captured, they returned to Port Charles, assuming the danger had gone. Martin filled in for Kevin Collins in the hospital playing Santa for the sick kids, and when Lucy Coe got on his knee to flirt with Kevin, she was astonished to realize who it actually was. But it all worked out perfectly as Martin and Lucy spent the night together and agreed to see where this would lead. Unfortunately, Valentine pushed Martin to choose between dating Lucy and having him as a client, so the couple had to sneak around. Peter August sought to recruit Martin, but after a meeting with Laura, the attorney recused himself. After a passionate reunion, he and Lucy decided to go public with their relationship. And Valentine had to just cope with it since he needed Martin's aid to halt the ELQ and Aurora Media merger. When Anna Devane dug up dirt about the attorney's finances to force him to spy on Valentine, the lawyer left town until her inquiry was over. When Martin arrived to Port Charles, he was then heartbroken when it looked that Lucy had been slain by Anna. However, learning that Victor Cassadine had abducted her and framed Anna, Martin helped Anna and Valentine dodge the cops while on the run. He then took on Esme Prince as a client, as the pregnant young woman was suffering from amnesia as she found herself suspected of being the Hook killer. On behalf of Nina Reeves, Martin reported Carly Spencer and Drew Kane to the SEC for insider trading. When she later had second thoughts, the attorney assured her that the tip couldn't be traced back to her. Convinced Martin was hiding something from her, Lucy solicited Felicia Scorpio's help, and the women investigated the law office of Jackson Montgomery and learned Martin was receiving significant alimony checks from his ex-wife that would stop if he remarried. Lucy was outraged and confronted Martin about the reason he didn't want to marry her. Things grew much more difficult when Lucy was in danger of losing Deception due to a lawsuit, and she accused Martin of stealing the idea for the Deceptor. Martin was startled when his ex, Blair Kramer, showed up in Port Charles to meet with Tracy Quartermaine, and she blamed him for stealing her product concept. Martin backed Lucy as she settled with Tracy and grudgingly agreed to her conditions. But then Michael Corinthos challenged the lawyer about phoning the SEC. Warning that Sonny Corinthos wouldn't ask as sweetly, Michael recorded Martin's confession that he'd acted on Nina's behalf. The attorney tried to urge Michael not to use the recording or face Nina's fury, but to no effect. Dr. Hamilton Finn recruited Martin to represent him in a malpractice action, and they were able to find that the patient who had died set Finn up so his family could live off the compensation. Although the doctor didn't want to damage the guy's wife and kids, Martin was willing to do everything to get his client off. But in the end, the wife withdrew the complaint after Tracy donated to her late husband's GoFundMe. In February 2024, Martin was quite suspicious when Lucy was spending quite an amount of time with Scott Baldwin and wouldn't tell him why. Tracy made him assume that Lucy and Scott were having an affair, so he dumped her. After Tracy confessed she had lied to injure Lucy, Martin rushed to visit her only to discover her with Scott after a real roll in the hay. Furious, he washed his hands of her completely. Although Nina sought to convince Martin to help her recruit her Crimson staff after Drew fired her from the magazine, he couldn't be bothered and had a plane to catch. Before leaving town, Martin swung by Laura's to deliver her the documents he'd had prepared up so she and Kevin could legally adopt Ace. Lucy ran to the airport, but Martin had already boarded the aircraft to North Carolina. Martin returned to Port Charles in September 2024 when he met with Sonny and agreed to take on Alexis Davis as a client to assist get her exonerated of murdering John Jagger Cates. Alexis was astonished when the attorney visited her in Pentonville, but decided to hire him and stated she confessed to protect Christina. He thought the only way to save them both was to point the finger at Sonny, but she refused. Lucy attempted to reunite with Martin, but he shrugged her off, still wanting nothing to do with her. He then came up with another angle and engaged a PI to tail Carly to establish that she lied to offer Sonny an alibi, which would be enough to get Alexis off. He received a picture of Carly with Jack Brennan and Alexis told him to send it to the police. But in the end, it was the gun Alexis disposed of turning up and not being a match to the one that killed Jagger that got the judge to drop the charges. Then, in December, Martin returned to visit Laura to discuss her daughter, Lulu Spencer, waking up from her coma and how Cyrus claimed to be in charge of her medical treatment. He soon found himself confronted by Jason Morgan and Anna, who requested his help in locating Valentine and Charlotte. After pointing out the irony of the police commissioner collaborating with a hired thug, Martin offered up his phone for them to search. Lulu Spencer's determined search. On Friday, December 13th, General Hospital teasers reveal that Lulu Spencer will reunite with Dante Falconeri as she grows increasingly concerned about Valentine Cassadine and Charlotte Cassadine's absence. Lulu remains confident there might be a critical clue left behind at their old house, and she's determined to find it. Sharing her idea with Dante, she'll share her hopes that something ignored in their old home could bring the breakthrough she sorely needs. Dante, always happy to encourage Lulu, may offer to join her on her expedition. Their united drive to locate Charlotte could restore the camaraderie that has long defined their relationship. Fans should expect an emotionally intense talk as the two strategize their next moves in this continuing hunt. Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor's connection. Meanwhile, Trina Robinson will take a time to check up with Kai Taylor following the big game. Impressed by Kai's performance, Trina will offer her praise for the effort he demonstrated on the field. However, their friendship extends beyond athletics. Trina will also appreciate Kai's dedication to their latest art project, reinforcing the bond they've been forming. As the conversation rose, Kai might recommend taking their blossoming friendship to the next level. A dinner date or another opportunity to spend time together could be on the horizon, and Trina will likely appreciate the chance to explore this new dynamic. Their blossoming connection promises to deliver warmth and lightheartedness amid the storm of drama elsewhere in Port Charles. Quartermaine Mansion, fallout from Tracy's mistake. At the Quartermaine Mansion, Tracy Quartermaine's meddling will continue to wreak turmoil. After mistakenly playing the incriminating video of Willow Corinthos and Drew Quartermaine on the big screen, the ramifications will be immediate and devastating. Tensions among the family will increase as secrets and betrayals are laid bare in the most public way conceivable. Harrison Chase will find a quiet moment with Brooke Lynn Quartermaine to absorb the startling turn of events. Reflecting on the situation, Chase could doubt whether Michael and Willow were genuinely destined to be together. Brooke Lynn, always fast with a reaction, may inquire if Chase ever wonders what would have occurred if he and Willow had stayed together instead. Chase, however, would likely reassure Brooke Lynn of his steadfast dedication to her, emphasizing that she's the only woman for him. Still, the topic of secrets and their catastrophic potential may arise, leaving Brooke Lynn clearly apprehensive. Her hidden past, specifically the kid she put up for adoption, looms as a secret that could one day undermine their bond. Carly Spencer and Drew Quartermaine's confrontation. Carly Spencer will spend no time confronting Drew Quartermaine in the aftermath of the sensational video's disclosure. Furious by his apparent treachery with Willow, Carly will release her frustration. She'll scornfully remark that Drew has finally found someone who prioritizes him above all else, a deliberate blow at his choice to pursue a relationship with Willow despite the risks. Drew, however, won't simply face Carly's rage. Nina Reeves will likewise concentrate her rage at him, while Willow Corinthos redirects her attention to Michael Corinthos. Suspicious about how the video surfaced, Willow may accuse Michael of capturing it purposefully. Although Michael didn't film the footage intentionally, he'll be required to admit that he saw it on the nanny cam and opted not to reveal its existence. The information will likely leave Willow wondering Michael's motives. Did his resolve to stay silent arise from fear of exposing his own infidelity? This argument could act as a critical point in their relationship, requiring both to acknowledge the cracks in their alliance. Hospital alarms, Dex Heller's mysterious crisis. At General Hospital, Elizabeth Baldwin will grow increasingly concerned as ominous signals hint something is wrong with a patient under her care. Monitors will sound off abruptly, signaling to a potential problem. Liz, recognized for her sharp senses, will suspect foul play as she seeks to stabilize the situation. Spoilers imply that Dex Heller could be the patient in question. Having recently been injured, Dex's recuperation may take a perilous turn due to an external threat. It's thought that Cyrus Renault may have staged the incident, perhaps using digitalis or another way to derail Dex's growth. The repercussions of this abrupt drop could be severe. As Jocelyn Jax awaits word on Dex, she might receive life-altering updates. The idea of Dex not pulling through would definitely send shockwaves through Port Charles, leaving Jocelyn struggling with unthinkable sorrow. General Hospital spoilers promise an hour loaded with dramatic highs and lows as relationships are challenged, secrets unfold, and lives hang in the balance. Be sure to tune in as these narratives continue to unfold. General Hospital reveals shocking details about Sam McCall's death. General Hospital spoilers for the week of December 9th have supplied viewers with some much-needed answers concerning Sam McCall's untimely passing on October 31st. The Monday, December 9th episode proved what many viewers had long suspected: Cyrus Renault was responsible for tampering with Sam's prescription, culminating in her untimely death. According to the show's disclosure, Sam perished to a digitalis overdose after the hazardous chemical was administered into her 4-bag. Cyrus, a known and calculating criminal, staged the act, leaving viewers reeling as the truth ultimately came to light. The confirmation has sent shockwaves through Port Charles and left fans wondering, could Dex Heller be the next target in Cyrus' murderous game? GH spoilers, a leaked photo sparks concern. Before the Tuesday, December 10th program aired, a leaked photo of Dex Heller in a hospital bed began circulating online, prompting suspicion among fans about his destiny. The vision led many to speculate whether Dex could soon come a horrible end, and the succeeding occurrences only exacerbated these anxieties. Dex's week has been full with stress and unsettling occurrences. During Monday's episode, Dex had an unpleasant run-in with Cyrus Renault at General Hospital. While Cyrus said he was there to visit his niece on Halloween, he later revealed he wasn't at the hospital to see Lulu Spencer, adding to the air of suspicion surrounding him. The issue took a darker turn on Tuesday's episode when Dex, while on duty, was abruptly and viciously stabbed from behind by an unknown assailant. Although the attacker's identity remains a mystery, many admirers assume Cyrus staged the assault, considering his history of deliberate acts. Dr. Lucas Jones provides a mixed prognosis. Following the incident, Dex was brought to General Hospital, where Dr. Lucas Jones conducted minor surgery and told everyone that Dex should make a full recovery. However, viewers have cause to be wary. After all, Lucas offered a similar hopeful prognosis for Sam McCall before her condition deteriorated due to the digitalis injection. This odd resemblance has many fans worried whether Dex's recuperation might be sabotaged. Could Cyrus once again get into a hospital room unobserved to finish what he started? Jocelyn Jax faces devastating news. GH teasers for Friday, December 13th reveal that Jocelyn Jax, Dex's close confidant and prospective love interest, will get life-altering news. While the nature of this revelation remains unclear, many fans can't help but connect it to Dex's dangerous condition. The threat of Dex's demise looms big, especially as the show looks to be crafting a serial killer storyline focused around Cyrus Renault. If Dex becomes the next victim, it might serve to heighten the stakes and further cement Cyrus as a terrifying villain in the story. The uncertain future of Dex Heller. At this point, it's crucial to note that neither the show nor actor Evan Hofer has made any formal pronouncements regarding Dex's departure from General Hospital. While rumors and leaked photographs have sparked speculation, nothing definitive has been confirmed. Still, fans are ready for the worst. Dex is a nice but somewhat minor character, which could make him a throwaway choice to progress Cyrus' terrifying tale. His loss would be a severe blow for Jocelyn, potentially setting the way for her to take a more major role in seeking justice against Cyrus. What's next for Cyrus' reign of terror? As the tale continues to unravel, one concern remains at the forefront: will Cyrus Renaud claim another victim, and if so, how? His calculating ways and chilly demeanor suggest he won't hesitate to eliminate impediments in his path, especially if it supports his broader objective. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.